Ready to go!
Alrighty, ladies and gents, welcome to another breakdown episode. In today's episode, we're going to be taking a look back in time to 2012 at Arm Fights number 42 as part of the Professional Arm Wrestling League's Vendetta series. And it is, of course, Devon Larratt against the late and great Andrei Pushkar. Two men that at the time had never met before. Andrei Pushkar was considered at the time, I believe, to be the dominant left arm in the sport. And it was, at the time, almost laughed upon by the Eastern European people, the people behind the scenes, the fans over there. I don't believe anyone gave Devon Larratt a chance coming to this match. I don't know the details of the story entirely, but I do believe they were somewhat of okay. It was almost a favor, I believe, to have this match. Devon Larratt was this up-and-coming left arm. I mean, he wasn't considered to be in the same league by many people in this story. And Devon Larratt, of course, as we know, he was an amazing athlete at the time. He'd previously defeated John Brzenko on the right arm, and he was looking to be that overall number one left and right in the world. And this was his path to being able to declare that. Anyway, very interesting lead up to the match. Like I said, I wasn't there. Obviously, I wasn't. I'm not entirely sure of the stories and the validity of the stories, but from the grapevine and bits and pieces that I've heard over the years, there wasn't a lot. I don't want to say the word respect, but there wasn't a lot of. I don't think Andrei expected to have to work too hard. I think he'd heard the many voices of the people around him and the fans from that side of the world. They didn't think much of Devon in that moment in time, and I don't think Andrei therefore took the threat of Devon as serious as it was to become. It turns out this match ends up being, oh my goodness, without a doubt, one of the most commanding victories in the history of the sport for Devon Larratt. It's been made famous. I think Aussie Man Reviews has reviewed the highlights of this match. Many people have looked at it as an example of just simply amazing arm wrestling from Devon Larratt. And of course, like I said, the late great Andrei Pushkar truly was absolutely. I have him, for me personally, in the top 3 of the greatest arm wrestlers of all time. So this man, Andrei, please understand how significant Andrei Pushkar was. And for Devon Larratt to do what he did was truly phenomenal. So let's have a look now at the match because it's nothing short of amazing. All right, here we go. All right, Devon Larratt on the left in the yellow, Andrei Pushkar in the red on the right. Round 1. See Andrei Pushkar using his signature style back pressure, high knuckles. He's a side pressure man, is Andrei Pushkar. Devon Larratt, at this point in the game, is just trying to match the height. Looks for the slip, that signature slip of Devon Larratt. Here's the slow motion replay. You can see him dumping the wrist and slipping under. Andrei Pushkar with the big side pressure, walks away, looking confident, feeling confident. All right, in the straps round 1, let's see how this one plays out. Andrei Pushkar's signature drive, 1-0. Here's the replay. You can see he maintains the high knuckles. He drives sideways. Devon Larratt unable to get a top roll, unable to get a hook, and it's 1-0. At this point in time, Andrei Pushkar feeling good. We're off to the straps again now in round 2. You can see the slip happening there. Andrei good control of the index finger, but Devon's getting it away and slipping in a legal position, so it goes to the straps. And here's where the magic starts to happen. All right, there it is, the stop from Devon Larratt. It's a posting, pronating stop. At this point in time, Andrei Pushkar is unable to get his wrist flexion set. Every time Andrei Pushkar drives sideways, Devon Larratt regrips and pronates more. This is amazing open arm top rolling right here from Devon. You can see the wrist goes back of Andrei Pushkar, and Devon adds the side pressure. And amazing. So look at this replay again. Andrei Pushkar drives off the stop, but the posting and pronation in the open arm top roll from Devon Larratt gets the stop done. Most importantly, the stop is on. The wrist flexion of Andrei Pushkar has been compromised. And from there, Andrei Pushkar unable to get into a hook, unable to get into a top roll. Devon Larratt has control of the hand and the wrist right now, and therefore he has greater access to side pressure. Andrei Pushkar from here unable to come up with anything, no counterattacks. He doesn't want the flop press. Devon Larratt adds the side pressure and celebrates in style. 1-1. All right, here we go. Another slip. They're off to the straps once more. Devin Larratt, oh, must have been a foul. We're going to look at that again. I know, slow motion replay. The same style slip of Devin dumping the wrist. Ondrej starting to be flustered. Here we go, in the straps. Ondrej Puskar, the wrist back again. The same combo. Devin now nodding and smiling, talking to Ondrej. You can only imagine what is going on in the mind of Ondrej Puskar right now. The panic sets in as the hand control has been compromised again. Ondrej looking for the flop press. Devin not having a bar of it. Devin shaking his head. Utter hand control now. Devin Larratt, as we know, is a man that has particularly high level endurance. And there it is, a simple win in the end with Ondrej Puskar conceding. You can see the critical moment coming up again. Devin shaking his head. Ondrej Puskar unable to come up with anything and conceding. 2-1 to Devin. All right, outside of the straps now, we're into the hook. Devin Larratt in control. Ondrej Puskar's side pressure has been gassed significantly from the previous 3 rounds, and Devin Larratt's hand control and endurance is taking over. He yells can opener and top rolls Ondrej Puskar to take that round. There's the can opener call one more time. Big victory there. 3-1 now, Devin Larratt. And it's starting to come home with a wet sail. Ondrej Puskar well and truly in trouble. Looking for that hook again. Is Ondrej off to go? But the containment from Devin Larratt is it. Devin Larratt's now talking to the crowd saying, that's it. It's over. It is done. The top roll, the can opener there, the control. 4-1. Number 1 in the world. There he is right now. Devin Larratt declaring his left arm to be number 1 in the world. Watch the can opener here. He's got control of the hand and wrist. The pronator of Ondrej Puskar is fully under control of Devin. Devin then adds his own pronation with the can opener. And that beautiful top roll comes back up again. Ondrej conceding in the end, realizing he is spent and there is nothing left. 4-1 Devin Larratt. In the final round, probably the hardest round in Ondrej Puskar's life to swallow. Devin Larratt utterly on top now when it comes to the endurance factor. It is done. Devin Larratt now coasting home, not having to put in any maximal effort. He's got control of the hand and wrist. Ondrej's side pressure is depleted significantly. Ondrej's hand, you can see him trying to lever desperately to put up a fight. Devin Larratt just very gently controlling him. No effort in his face at all. It's an amazing victory, and Ondrej conceding there at the end of the match. And 2 great champions respecting each other. One more replay that you can see there. Unable for Ondrej to do simply anything. Devin Larratt right here in this moment really did shock the world. And Ondrej Puskar, nothing the man could do. Devin Larratt, number 1 in the world, left arm right there. All right, ladies and gents, so this was a fantastic super match. Like I said, one of the most amazing performances in the history of the sport from Devin Larratt. He really did shake up the world rankings that day. He really did beat Ondrej. Not only did he defeat him, but he did it in such a way that people were just simply amazed. For what was not even supposed to be a valid match, for what was supposed to be a very clear dominant Ondrej Puskar, Devin Larratt actually became the ultra dominant. And why did he do it? He became ultra dominant because he was able to, first of all, get the stop on Ondrej. Once the stop was on, Ondrej's side pressure became vulnerable. As Ondrej's hand and wrist got compromised more and more, and as Devin took a deeper control, more cup, more pronation, more center, that made it more work for Ondrej to continue to go sideways. And from there, Devin Larratt was essentially cruising, got control of the hand even more, and from there just did what he did. But anyway, it is one of my favorite matches of all time. It's probably one of your favorite matches of all time too. It's definitely for me the match that put Devin Larratt's left arm well and truly stamped on the history books as one of the greatest of all time. And Ondrej, rest in peace. He will always be remembered. Despite this match, he will truly always be remembered also as one of the mega stars and most dominant athletes of all time. All right, ladies and gents, hope you enjoyed that breakdown. I certainly love watching this match again. Please like the video. Please hit share if you really liked it. And of course, subscribe to the channel. It'll mean the world to me. It certainly helps the channel grow in the sport at the same time. All right, guys, take care. See you next time.
Yes, that's a man!